Hello quote artisans, my name is Shonda and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. So I kind of fell off the face of the earth. I apologize. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going through and how I feel bad complaining when I know that I'm in such a better position than other people. But so basically, the announcement was made publicly like about a week ago, but I found out about a week before that. The company that I work for is going to be drastically shrinking. Now, I have been in this industry. I've been in this industry since, when did I move out here? When did I move out here? 2001. And then I had 2 additional years but prior to that. But consecutively, I've been in my industry since 2001. I've been with my employer since 2007. March of 2007. Now, this is a very volatile industry that I work in. I have seen lots of turnover, lots of layoffs. I've always been fortunate enough to kind of avoid a lot of that. Not completely, but for the most part, I've been able to avoid a lot of the volatility that happens in my industry. But this is too big. The downsize that is about to occur is too big for me to not be impacted. I don't know how many of my coworkers are going to be out of work. But there's going to be a lot of us. And I'm probably going to be one of them. I mean, I just don't see how I can not be a part of this one. Especially considering where I am. My company has some really large offices throughout the country. I worked at a smaller office here in North Carolina. They have massive campuses in other states and other cities. So this is a relatively small office. But those other campuses, like, I don't even know what they do. Like, I don't know how large this change is going to be. But I don't see a way that I'm not impacted. And so I was just a bit thrown because I don't know how I'm going to replace my salary. Yes, I can get another job. But I've been at my employer for a long time. And I have worked very hard to work my way up and to get my salary up. I am not a rich person, but I understand that my salary is probably in the top, I don't know, 15% of Americans, which I think is ridiculous because I don't make that much money. I mean, I make money because I make more than a lot of people, but I'm not a rich person. You know, I bought my house at the age of 39. I struggled with bad credit because of my life circumstances. And finally, probably in the last 5 years of my life, my income has gotten to a point where I can pay all my bills, right? I don't have to say, well, all right, like it used to be, I had to split my rent, right? Because I couldn't pay my rent out of one paycheck. Because if I paid my rent out of one paycheck, there would be nothing left to pay anything else. including groceries. So I just have to split it up, right? So I finally made it to a point in my life where I can pay my mortgage out of one paycheck. So I just kind of froze because I'm a planning type of person. I'm a very listy, regimented, planning type of person. I don't like for things in my life to be unknown, up in the air, especially when it comes to my income. And everybody's not this way. Like I can tell you right now, my fiance, we are complete opposites when it comes to planning. I believe that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. He plans nothing. Nothing. I plan everything. So to not know, so like right now, my budget is planned through the month of June. I have a budget through June of these are the bills that need to get paid. These are the things that need to get done, right? And so now it's like, well, do I need to change my plan, right? Do I need to readjust? Because I need to kind of get things lined up while I have time so that I can handle my life on a lower salary, because realistically my income is probably going to be cut in half. I'll probably be lucky if I can get me something making about 50 grand a year. And that's a lot. That's a large pay cut for me. And so I spent the last 2 weeks trying to figure out how I can, over the next year, adjust my life and make changes to my bills and everything else to where I can handle that. And I'm trying to do that. And it's like, I don't know. Like I just bought a car, like a used car for cash, but I just got it for temporarily. My plan was to buy a new car next year. And now it's like, well, no. So it's like I need to get a lot of my bills paid off. And so I have some debt. It's not a ton of debt, but it's a little debt. And so I was going to use my bonus. I have a bonus coming 1st of February, and I was going to use my bonus and use my leverage my 401k and use that to kind of pay off my other debt, right? Because the rate on my 401k loan is going to be significantly lower than any other rate that I'm going to get in this current market. So I was going to do that, but now it's like, well, I don't know if I can do that now, because then if my job goes away and I haven't paid off that loan, then that becomes income to me that I have to pay tax on. And so I don't know. Like I had everything figured out. Like I had all my money figured out. And don't get me, like, because things keep happening. If y'all know, then y'all know that we have had like 3 unexpected car accidents since August. One when we hydroplaned and flew off the road. One when some lady hit me in an intersection. And then one where some lady or somebody hit me in a parking lot. That's $1,500 that I wasn't planning on paying. I got a kid in college. There's tuition. So I've got all these bills that I've been managing. Okay, I've been managing these bills. And I have some debt, and I have some, my house was made in 2006. It needs some maintenance. There's some stuff that needs to get done. And so when I get my bonus, it's like, okay, I've got this big chunk of money. Let's see what we can do in the house. Let's get some things taken care of. Let's get some bills paid off. And then when I got this news, it was like, now I need to figure out my life. Now, I do have some time. I have some time, right? Because, I mean, realistically, it's going to take, I would say, a minimum of 6 months, for them to get this together, maybe more, but I don't know what kind of layoffs are going to be happening in between as this process unfolds, as we work to shrink the business. I don't know what it's going to look like. But if I had to guess, I'd say at least 6 months. I'd say 6 months. 6 months. And I get 8 months severance. Because of my years of service, I get 8 months of severance. That's 14 months to figure out this. And so it's like maybe I need to see this as a blessing, because I never intended to leave my employer. I mean, not at this point. Once they brought us home. Before they brought us home, it was a little different. But when I was going into the office every day, it was a little bit different. And I looked at other jobs. But ever since they brought us home, not so much. I mean, I've looked out there to see, but it's like, I got a pretty pie job. And that's another thing. It's not like I hate my job. I've been in my role since 2015. So I know my job in and out. I know what I'm doing. My boss is super cool. He leaves me alone. He's there when I need him, but he doesn't bug me. And I was totally okay to sit here and do this job for the next 20 years until I retire. Yeah, I was prepared to do that. Because like I said, I'm home, so I'm not going back and forth in that traffic every day. I don't have to put on all these clothes every day. I don't have to put on all these shoes all the time. I'm not burning up all this gas money. I'm not burning up money going out for lunch or going to the cafeteria to get, this or that. Like, I save so much money working from home. But, yeah. So now I have to figure it out, and I don't know. I still haven't figured it out yet, guys. And it's a little scary to me because this was not something that I saw coming. I did not expect this. And yeah, and in all fairness, I'm over here and, I read an article today that Amazon just announced that they're letting go of like 10,000 people or something like that, something crazy. And all those people are going to be in the same place, except worse, because they're not going to get 8 months of severance, and they're probably not going to get a 60-day notice. And they probably didn't find out 6 months before, right? So I'm finding out now. Probably won't get a notice until maybe 6 months, and then I'll have a 60-day notice and 8 months severance. So like, I don't have the right to complain compared to other people, but it's still like a massive disruption to my life, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think the goal here is going to have to be for me to be really busy. But I don't know. I consider just, like getting a second job, like a work from home second job, and doing that nights and weekends, and just taking all the money that I earned from that job and using it to pay down my debt, pay off my debt. So I'm over here doing calculations. Okay, this is how much I need to make an hour. This is how much I need to make a week. But then, then you start going into a different tax. The taxes are going to kill me, man. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I have to stop the frozen stuff. Like, I've just been frozen. I have not made a video. I haven't done any. Like, I've sewn, though. Because that's my escape. That's when my mind is. So I had a quilt that I was working on. I finished that sucker. I think I just have to put the binding on it. I finished all the blocks. I put all the rows together. I quilted it. I made the binding. And then before I could even piece the binding, I started making another quilt. Before I could even attach the binding, I immediately just started another quilt. And it was just like so. And like normally I would stop about, I would only sew to like, because I like to spend time with my family. So I would only sew until like maybe 7 o'clock, maybe 8. And then join my fiance and spend the rest of the evening with him. But lately I've just been like down here. Because I don't function well without a plan. When I don't have a plan, I cease to function. And that's not okay either. Although it's not good to not have a plan, it's also not good to fall to pieces if you don't have one. So I need to get my SHIT together and move forward, even without a plan, right? I'm just going to have to move forward without a plan, and I am not good at that. I'm not good at that. So this is going to be a stretch for me. This is going to be a stretch. I'm going to have to keep moving forward, even though I don't have a long-term plan. So I guess I'm going to just try to have several short-term plans and goals and hope that eventually I'll figure out something long-term. I don't know. But I want to apologize to you guys. I want to apologize for not making any videos. I want to apologize because I haven't gotten your kits in the mail, like the people who won kits. None of that has happened. I have been frozen. Frozen. So I'm going to be emailing all of you today, the 4 of you who won. I'm going to be emailing you. Is it 4 or 5? I don't even remember. I'm going to be emailing you guys today. I'm going to get all this stuff out in the mail tomorrow. It's unacceptable, but I did want to explain. I just froze. I just froze and sewed. And now I need to stop that and figure out what I'm going to do. I think there's still going to be a lot of sewing though. Because I want to show you guys the quilt that I made. Because I'm really proud of it. And I'm really proud of the pieced back. I think it is the best piece back I've ever made. I'm so happy with it. I'm so over the moon with it. And I want to share it with you guys. And I need to do my unboxing for Open Gate Quilts. That came Monday. I think it came on Monday. Monday or Tuesday. I think it came on Tuesday. Yeah, because Monday was the holiday. Came on Tuesday. So I'm going to be unboxing that. And but I just wanted to get this out there first. So I will be back making content even if I feel stuck. I'm going to try to look at this as a blessing, right? Because I'm going to be forced to do things that I never would have done. I'm going to be forced to try things that I never would have tried. And I'm not a big church person. I'm not super religious, but I do believe in God. And I do believe that he does have a plan for me. I do believe that he has always protected me and looked out for me. My life has not been particularly difficult compared to other people. I've not had to deal with a lot of death and disease and disability like some people have had to live with. I've been relatively blessed. I can honestly say that most of the problems in my life are problems I created by myself, by the decisions that I made, right? And I think that's most people. Most people, the bad things in our life are directly because of the decisions that we made. But then there are bad things that we don't decide, that aren't under our control, and job loss in the absence of, poor performance would certainly be one of those things. So I'm going to try not to allow this to be traumatic and consume me, because I can be a bit dramatic. If y'all didn't know, I I'm mostly level-headed, but I can be a bit dramatic. As I've been for the past 3 weeks, frozen. That's really uncalled for. But I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna get my, like I said, sugar honey iced tea together and get back to living my life. And that's it for me. And I will see you guys next video.